Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
You know, The Killer's on the way and Blur coming up. And you know, Q101 has these secret contests going on. You're pretty aware of the big ones. We make it very clear when and where we're going to give out a keyword or have a song scramble or just call up right now and win something massive. But there's these other contests we have on our socials. So if you make sure for sure always you're following us on Facebook, Q101's Facebook page, Q101's Twitter, Q101's Instagram, Snapchat even, right? Kenzie, Snapchat.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff. We said nudes. Artist nudes.
TikTok, whatever. You just make sure if you're not doing it, do that right now because there are things out there you can win. And I mean incredible secret contests.
Crazy. Like when we went to London last year and somebody won that entire trip for them and a +1.
Yeah.
Things like that. International trips, baby. Things like that.
And we have another one. We just had one, and we have the person on the phone here, Amber, checking in. Amber, ahoy. And I'm not sure if you know this, but you won the trip to Boston Calling Music Festival.
Yeah.
So you are going because, see, Amber's in the know. She followed us on socials, and she knows that there's these secret things out there. Shh.
Secret way to win. She did it. Was it worth it? Was it worth the effort to win?
Absolutely. My boss might not agree, but it was absolutely worth it.
So
I love it.
The Boston Calling Music Festival has bands like our guys Fall Out Boy, Avril Lavigne, Cage the Elephant, The Black Crowes, All Time Low, Dave Matthews Band, Vampire Weekend, Sublime, Public Enemy. It goes on and on for 3 days. You get 2 3-day passes to the Boston Calling Music Festival, 4-night hotel stay in Boston, round trip, nonstop airfare for 2 from Chicago to Boston. And you also, how about this? While you're there, and I went to Boston, I've been through there once, and Fenway was sold out. And the tickets for a game were so ridiculous I couldn't even get in. You're going to Boston, Baltimore, Thursday, May 22nd, 6:45 p.m. That is Fenway.
Oh, my God, I'm so jealous. I didn't know
know.
game with those tickets, too.
I know.
I should have played.
Going to Fenway. You ever been to Boston at all, Amber?
A long time ago when I was a wee lass, and it has been a long time coming. I have actually just said to my husband I wanted to go back to Boston, grab a pint of Guinness, only second best to Ireland, so I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. And you know what else? On top of all that, you get a $500 Visa gift card to spend while you're there and all the Guinness you want.
On that Guinness, girl. On the house.
Let's go. I love it. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you so much. Hang on, Case. We'll get more information from you. But again, this is the secret contest. This was never talked about on the air. And just, make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram.
Only if you follow the socials, may you get some random pings about this stuff. Okay. So that's the way to do it. And I very vague tease, but we have another one coming up this year, before the end of the year.
Oh, boy.
That is wild. We're talking, you're catching an insane flight. That's all I'm going to say. It's all I'm allowed to say, or I'll get fired. And
which happens weekly.
I know, almost weekly. Do I get in trouble? But start now so you get that notification, because I feel like we're on the cusp of that one coming up.
Well, listen, I'll tell you, there's another one going on right now. So it's not just waiting. You get on our socials, and I know most of you people are, but just to make sure, be on our Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, all of them. Just hit a like and a follow there, and you could win something like this trip to Boston Calling Music Festival. Again, there's another contest going on right now that's epic.
And what's cool, and I have to say, as a side note, it's never just like one thing. Like, por ejemplo, okay, she is like going to Boston Calling Music Festival. She's going to Fenway. She has $500 spending cap. It's always like a complete experience. It's never one thing. That's what really makes it like so badass.
Without question. So do it. Be a part and win something secret from Q101. Here's Mumford & Sons.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll get to your takeaways. You can start sending your takeaways right now, actually, at 312-591-8300. Something that was memorable on the show today for you. But first, it's one of the last times we're going to hear from Case.
Ever?
Yes, goodbye.
And then a trapdoor.
Goodbye.
Case is heading
Thank you for all you've done, sir.
Thank you for your service. Good day.
We're just going in another direction.
Case is going to Vegas tomorrow. Vegas, baby. Vegas, he's now seen. Swingers is going to be your movie this week. You haven't seen it yet.
That's right. I am leaving. I'm taking my first vacation in the 5 years that I've worked here that isn't aligned with the rest of your guys' schedule.
You hear the tone in that, by the way, Kenzie?
There wasn't a tone.
There was.
There wasn't a tone.
Oh, there was a tone.
Why would I have a tone?
Mm-hmm.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Goodbye.
He's fired.
I don't have a tone.
All right.
But normally we all go on vacation together.
Yep. We all go to Rockford. There's a nice little resort there. Case puts lotion on Kenzie's back, suntan lotion.
Because I'm so fit and I'm all about
Tells
it.
me about the days of his old body.
You should be on our vacations. I mean, you've already been on one to London.
Glorious.
And I didn't go on the London trip. So
Yeah.
as executive producer, I have made the executive decision that I am going to Las Vegas Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I am bringing a rig with me. So Friday at 8 a.m., we will still have a movie review. And because I'm going to Vegas, allegedly Swingers is this great Vegas movie. I don't know anything about it, but I will be watching that while I'm on the trip and reviewing that at 8 a.m. on Friday.
Can we put an asterisk because you already saw some other Vegas movies?
Oh,
What was it?
I have watched Casino because my dad loves Casino, and my girlfriend likes Ocean 11, so I did watch Ocean's 11.
Okay, so that's before somebody texts in, like, you know what you should have watched.
Well-
Like, that's a heads up.
And the number one that comes in is The Hangover, and he actually saw part of that too with his girlfriend, or all of
First
it.
rated R movie I ever saw.
Oh, so he has seen some of these movies.
I was 19 years old when I watched it, but it was, first rated R movie I ever saw.
Life on the edge.
So on that Vegas list of movies is absolutely Swingers. So he's going to Vegas, and he's going to Vegas for like underground lucha libre wrestling. I'm not sure what. Instead of WrestleMania, which is this week.
It's WrestleMania weekend. I'm not going to WrestleMania. I have zero interest in WrestleMania. I don't watch WWE. Don't care about it. Not a fan. That's Kevin's thing. Talk to Kevin about it. But in the same way that at Lollapalooza and Riot Fest, there's like the side stages with the bands that nobody's ever heard of. That's kind of my thing. Now imagine how annoying I am about bands, but also about pro wrestling.
Kenzie's
I have
face.
never heard somebody make Vegas not sound fun in my entire life.
So that's what he's doing, and he's never been to Vegas, and Case doesn't gamble except for, well, obviously our draft, because he's talking about sports gambling.
Hell yeah.
But he's never gone to a table and done anything. So, Kenzie, I'm not going to ask you to join me in this one, but I think I'm going to give him $100 to go to a blackjack table.
You shouldn't ask me to join you because the answer will be no.
Kenzie, how about giving me $50? How about giving
No,
me
because
half?
I don't gamble either. So you give me 52, Brian.
Fine, I'll give
Is
it.
that what
You know
we're
what?
doing?
Everybody listening right now gets $50. Okay.
Sign up,
They
much
don't
like how you
gamble.
signed up for our pencil drive, sign up for Brian's $50 drive. He'll give you $50. By the way, teachers, if you're listening, we're working on shipping out your pencils.
Wow.
It's a whole logistical thing.
You know what? I can't afford a house, so I might as well give $50 to everybody listening right now. So I think, he doesn't understand
You should
blackjack.
give him $101.
Okay, it'll be 101. Good call.
Cute. You're welcome, guys.
He asked me off the air yesterday, what's the point of blackjack? How does it work?
I don't know how it works.
So I don't
I
want
only
to.
know 21. Is there other ones besides Blackjack 21?
Well, I don't. There isn't, as far as I know now.
Okay.
You're confusing me now. But I don't want anybody to explain blackjack to him. I was going to give him $101, go to a table, and sit down and say, I want to play blackjack to the dealer, and
Hit
sit
me.
there. Hit me. And then see what happens. So are you willing to take my $101 and do that?
I'll give it a shot because I'll turn that 101 into 202, I'm sure.
The only fun thing about gambling, Case, is that when you get free drinks the whole time you gamble. Like, Bart, you don't have to pay.
Oh, good, because I'm a big alcohol guy.
But you get a bunch of Mountain Dews though.
Oh, do they have Mountain Dew at casinos?
Yes. Mira, let me tell you something. Because they're all like, okay.
Oh, Jesus, she's
everything in
having a
Vegas-
stroke. Okay.
Everything in Vegas is expensive. Like when you're dehydrated because, well, maybe you won't have this, but when you're so drunk that you're now dehydrated and you want water, the water's like $7. Like everything's expensive. So load up on your Mountain Dews because, like, if you go to a restaurant, they're probably like $15.
Well, here's the thing. As long as you're gambling, the drinks are free.
That's what I'm saying.
So keep gambling. And I remember I sat at a table one time for a couple hours. I had about 11 free vodka and Red Bulls.
Well, thank God, because life is
spent-
better with vodka, as you always say.
He spent $4,000 gambling.
Right, that's facts. But the 11 drinks were free.
Exactly.
So can't wait to find out Case's Vegas trip, which, again, he's made it sound less fun than any other Vegas trip ever.
Everybody's so disappointed at what I'm doing in Vegas.
Just please go to like a nice restaurant and a show. Just do something a little fun while you're there.
I don't know. That sounds stressful. Then I got to make a reservation. Then I got to find a show. It's a whole thing.
Lord.
It's a whole thing.
By the way, someone texted in 219 and said, everybody listening gets $50. Sounds like the legit offer, like the Pepsi Jet sweepstakes scandal. A documentary. All right, so, Case, good luck in Vegas, but we'll get our takeaways before we leave here. 312-591-8300. Call right now, or actually text right now your takeaway. What was memorable to you about today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101? Text your takeaway in right now.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian Kenzie on Q101 with your takeaways. Before we get there, you can keep texting them in right now, 312-591-8300. Something memorable about today's show. Want to remember that Potbelly is having a sandwich BOGO all day today for tax day. We didn't talk about that too much today, but your taxes are due today.
Oh, snap.
Got them ready? Are they good, Kenzie, or no? Sounds like a no.
Nobody asked me to do anything later.
This is freaking outstanding. Potbelly, we love to death, of course, but having the BOGO all day today. So get an original size sandwich for free when you order any big or original sandwich at potbelly.com or the Potbelly app and use the promo code BOGO, B-O-G-O. Buy one, get one. You see, that's what BOGO is. For a long time, I didn't know what that meant. I thought just BOGO was a cool word they invented.
Okay.
So
I don't know
We're
where to
almost
go
there.
with
It's
that.
like a marathon.
Okay. It's an incredible chance to try their all-new prime rib steak sandwich. This thing is a miracle.
I am so excited for this. Like real prime rib, the caramelized onions on there, the creamy garlic aioli. It's obviously oven toasted at that 500 degrees. We gonna get the sandwich on and popping later. I can't wait to go pick these up.
Did you say on a populator?
On and popping.
Oh, okay.
On and popping.
I thought the percolator came back.
Time for percolator. It's time for Potbelly. It's time for Potbelly.
And don't forget on that sandwich, by the way, Kenzie, is melty Swiss. Ooh, so good. Toasted and delicious. So again, Potbelly all day today. BOGO. You just got to use the Potbelly app, which you better have that on your phone, or potbelly.com. Promo code BOGO. Free original size sandwich for free when you order any big or original sandwich. Man, that's a deal, especially when you're trying to finish up your taxes because you forgot they were due today.
I might be eating a sandwich and doing my taxes.
All right, takeaways from today's show. Something memorable to you about today's show. Case, what do you got?
Takeaway from Dakota. I love the way she phrased this. These girls going to space, ... They're in it for the press, not the science.
Oh, my God. I got to play the whole thing now.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Who is that, honey?
Jonas Miller, he's a night crawler. We all started out in the same lab, and Jonas went out and got himself some corporate sponsors. He's in it for the money, not the science.
Thank you, Dakota.
Bunch of night crawlers.
Katy Perry, she's a night crawler. Kenzie, what do you got for a takeaway?
Double features. My takeaway, get out of the car and take your pants off. They're already off.
Facts. And finally, Rob checked in from 779. Takeaway, mind your business, bitch.
Period.
Oh, boy. I can imagine what's on the podcast today. This should be the biggest podcast download ever today. I think we should have this going today.
It should be. Of course, we have a full review of the full breakfast Portillo's menu. I cannot recommend listening to that if you have not already heard it. Also, today, the longest Clash with Kenzie game in history. You are not going to want to miss that. And I will end with this, reading the 6 a.m. podcast title. It reads, Brian, in quotations, what are you going to do? Send a poor person to space? And that is on the Brian and Kenzie podcast today.
Download it, share it, wherever you get your podcasts. Of course, the Q101 app there. Download that on your phone as well.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.